That was Bones by Imagine Dragons. You're listening to the Arvo Flow. And my next guest is Philippos Ziakas. He's got a very interesting story. Having emigrated from Greece back in 2008, he's now an actor doing plenty of good things in Australia. And it's great to have him on. Philippos, how are you going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
We're doing very well here, and it's great to have you on to hear all about your story. It's a very unique one and a very interesting one indeed. So we'll start on your background. It's something that intrigues me a lot. So you moved in 2008. You're a 12-year-old boy. This isn't really a common thing. So just tell us why the move from Greece and straight to Port Elliot, of all places, in South Australia. You did your schooling in Victor Harbour. So suddenly you've come from the hustle and bustle of Athens, which is absolutely nothing like Australia in any way whatsoever, to a small country town doing your schooling in Victor Harbour. What on earth went on there?
All right. So a bit of a crazy story. So it all started off in the 90s. My mum's two younger brothers immigrated to Australia. And obviously, in about 2008, they said, look, things in Greece are getting a little bit crazy. The economy doesn't look too good. So why don't you guys come over? So we made the massive jump to move to Australia. And it's been the best thing, honestly. Like, I've met some incredible people. It's been awesome. But yeah, the jump from Athens to Port Elliot was huge. You go from this crazy big city of 6 million people to really a, small country town, but it was beautiful. The lifestyle is amazing. Everyone's so chill. Made some beautiful friends, but yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, so before you got over here, did you know that you wanted to be a performer one day, or was this something that came about as you studied drama in high school here in Australia?
Yep, so not at all. As a kid, I was one of the shyest kids you can ever think of. I used to actually give my younger cousin, Spiros, money to go to the canteen to buy food for me because I was actually too scared to go and talk to the people. So I was super shy. And then when I got here, 2008, started high school, and we were forced to do drama. And I've always had a passion for film and kind of watching films. But then through doing drama, I thought, this is really good. It's helping me with my confidence. It's helping me practice my English and public speaking. So eventually I kind of took a liking to it. And the teachers at Victor Harbour High School were amazing. I had Richard Gregg, who kind of taught me a lot. And yeah, we just started doing plays every year, and I just fell in love with it.
Well, you've come a very long way, that's for sure. So let's focus on fast forwarding now to sort of the work that you've done in your professional life. So The Gods of Strangers was really your breakout role. You played Yanni in this production that happened in Adelaide, South Australia, a very big production back in 2018. Since then, you've also been on an ABC drama called Stateless that came out in 2020. And you're really building this great repertoire now where you're on the precipice of sort of just being that one role away from cracking the big time, Philippos.
Oh, you're very kind. So let's chat a little bit about Gods of Strangers. So I'll kind of track back a tiny bit. So after graduating high school, I went and studied at Flinders Drama Centre for 4 years. And it was there that I met Elena Karapides. She is an incredible actor, playwright, director. She's honestly the triple threat. And we met there. She directed me in a show called Hedda Gabler, based on Henrik Ibsen's play. And pretty much just before I graduated, she told me that she was developing this new play, The Gods of Strangers, which was focusing on the migrant stories of Greeks and Italians in Port Pirie during the 1940s. And yeah, pretty much straight out of acting school, I started working with State Theatre. We did a creative development. We traveled to Port Pirie, another beautiful regional town, got to meet the locals and learn from them, learn their stories. And then the incredible thing was that we actually got to premiere the show in Port Pirie. So we were there for a whole week and then took the play back to Adelaide and performed at the Dunstan Playhouse. Yeah.
And it was a great production too. And then obviously you got that ABC show on top of that. So like I said, your resume is very impressive. And I guess it really is a case of you just waiting now for being in that position where you can go to the next level. But certainly a very good position and healthy position that you're in the arts. I just want to talk about a story that I love. So you actually work in one of Adelaide's elite sort of Greek restaurants. That's called Eros. And I love this story, which you spoke about in a publication some years ago, where Dev Patel, who we know is a massive star, he likes spending a lot of time in Adelaide too. He actually came into the restaurant, and you told the owners of the restaurant, Jim and Joyce, we'll give him a shout out, that you wanted to look after his table no matter what. You didn't care how long past your shift it went. You didn't care if they paid you or not. You wanted to look after Dev Patel's table.
That's right. No, that was incredible, because I remember I had, I think that was back in 2015 or 2016. He was working on Hotel Mumbai here in Adelaide, and it was nearly the end of my lunch shift, like almost 3:00, and Dev Patel comes in and sits down with a friend of his, and I thought, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I grew up watching Skins. I loved him in Slumdog Millionaire. This is crazy. And I look over at my bosses, and they're like, okay, you're about to clock off. And I said, look, I don't care. You don't have to pay me. This is my table. I'll stay here until he leaves. I'll look after him. Don't worry about it. And he was awesome. He was super friendly. We got chatting about his career a little bit. Just super nice guy. And, made the most of it. It was really, really special.
Well, one day, Philippos, I dare say it'll be you sitting at a table in Eros, and there'll be a young waiter, and the exact same thing will happen. I don't doubt it. Now, before we go, just update us on what you're getting up to at the moment. So, being in and out of jobs, it's sort of a grind that the everyday person might not know about and realise, how much it can be a grind, I guess. So, tell us about that and what's sort of in the pipelines for you right now.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, look, at the moment, it's just one of those things where things are slowly going back to normal. So I'm kind of auditioning a lot for certain, projects that are coming here. But I'm also currently working on producing and directing my own short film. I've been working on this short film for quite a while now. It's called Hope, and it's a post-apocalyptic drama. I'm currently working on it with my girlfriend, Brittany Galash, who is helping me produce it. And my good friend, Alexander Vlahos, another Greek Australian, is going to be starring in it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So it's just a process of, trying to work as much as possible, save as much money as possible, and then try and get this made, which has been a passion project for a long time. Yeah.
Great work. Well, you're a prodigiously talented actor, Philippos, and we look forward to seeing all your future work. Philippos Ziakas, thank you for joining us here on the Arvo Flow, and take care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Have a lovely day.